Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As you guys saw in the intro, this is a tier list based on the drip of uniqueness. Now, I barely know what that means. Like, I have an idea of what drip means, and I'm going to run with it. But I could be completely wrong in my definition, bro. I'm not keeping up with the lingo going around these days. Kind of in my own lane. And drip is not something I used growing up. So, this is new to me, but I'm going to give it a go here. And shout out to the guy who commented 7 days in a row. And he actually had one of the top like comments on like every video, or like every time he commented. So I figured, you know what? The people want this and the people will get it. So here we go. A tier list based on the drip of unique units. I've got all the unique units here, including the Romans one. So we're going to get started with the Arambai. Now, I'm going to probably move things around here because I honestly don't really know where to start. But we're going to figure this out together. All right, starting off with the Arambai. Drip, let's just establish a definition we're going to use. How cool they're looking, how swag they're looking. That's a word. I didn't use it, but people were using it. I didn't really like it, but people were using it. So how swag the units are looking, how cool they are, the kind of street cred they're rocking with, something like that. And the Rambai, I mean, is that a dart in his hand? I think it is, but it looks like his hand is the dart, which is a bit weird. Listen, I'm going to put the Rambai. I mean, he's got a horse. Like, that automatically makes him freaking A tier. That's pretty savage. All right, moving on to the ballista elephants. I mean, there's something pretty scary about a ballista elephant. So like an elephant that has a ballista on its back, but no one's commanding it. That's like hella scary. They say elephants are intelligent, but are they that intelligent to run the ballista on their own? That's pretty sick. That might even be S tier. I mean, we're starting off pretty strong, but I don't know. I just gotta put the cat down. She's S tier in the drip tier list as well. I don't know. Ballista elephant, I'll put it in B tier. It's a little clunky. It's not as smooth as you might expect, but it definitely earns respect from the on the streets. All right, we got the berserker here. Now, berserkers in general are pretty sick. However, the horns on the helmets, that's unhistorical. Vikings did not have that, so you're losing a little drip on the horn. Actually, no, but you gain the drip because it's not historical. But on the streets, we don't know that, and the horns look cool, so maybe you get points for the horns. Oh man, I think we might have to give him points for the horns. Another, he's got an axe and a shield, big ass beard as well, long hair in the back. I mean, he's pretty dripped out. Let's be honest here. I'm gonna put the berserk in the S tier. All right. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. The horns even boosted him further. Boyar, he's covered in chainmail. He's got a pretty sick ass weapon, pretty nice shield as well. Not sure what he's rocking on his head though. That's definitely gonna lose him some points. Like, I'm not feeling that one at all. Has the horse though, so that's like pretty good, but I don't know. Not really feeling the Boyar too much, but it's not bad. I think we'll put him in the B tier. Yeah, he's got a horse. That's pretty sick. Camel Archer. I love the little headscarf. That's pretty badass. And they're in the desert, so you already know he's doing that to conserve a little bit of, or to keep himself a little cool, conserve some of that moisture up there. Not trying to die from the sun. So that's pretty sick. Get the bow, kind of rocking that bow in a cool ass manner, like he's posing for a photo, gripping the reins of his horse as well, or the camel. Oh, he's not a camel. That's even better than a horse. Okay, the Camel Archer is going to be an S tier as well. That might even be my favorite look. Sorry, the Berserk is going to drop. Look at how he's holding the bow. That's so gangster. All right, the Caravel D tier. I mean, actually, it's pretty cool. Our ship's cool. Yeah, Caravel. Hold on, take it back. We gotta step back here. I said D tier immediately because it's not a person, it's a ship. But ships can be drip. See, this is the problem. We don't know what drip means entirely, so it's a little strange to be ranking the Caravel. But it is cool. I mean, I guess ships are cool. I'll put it in the C tier. People are gonna disagree with me on that. I don't know. Ships are badass though. That's true, but it's hard. I feel like it doesn't fit well with the theme. We'll see. I'll leave it at that. The Cataphract now, holding a pretty basic sword. He's got a horse that's pretty huge. Not sure what that is going on here. He's got some plate mail as well, from what I can see. Helmet's okay. Got the little like ponytail thing going on. It's not bad. It's definitely better than the Boyar. Might even be better than the Arambai now that I think about it. The dart is throwing me off. Arambai's gonna get dropped to B tier. The dart is throwing me off big time. Like, does he have a hand? Is he just holding the dart? No, the hand is here and the dart's here. Okay. Big ass bicep, my brother. But I don't know. The dart's a little cringe. I don't know. But maybe it's swag. I don't know. It's a little unique. We'll leave it like that for now. Cataphract takes A tier. Next up, we got the chakram thrower. I don't think this unit looks cool at all. I mean, the disc looks super unthreatening. It looks like he's about to light up a disco before he lights up the battlefield. So I feel like, I don't know, he's got some nice... he's also looks like he's posing for the photo shoot, but again, it's just not threatening. He's got a little party hat on as well, which is a bit strange. I'm not feeling the Shotgun Thrower. I'm going to put him in the D tier right now. I mean, he's really cool in game, but as far as drip, I feel like he's... I don't know. I feel like if you bump into him on the street, you don't even look back to apologize. You just keep walking, because what is he gonna do with those little circular things? What is he gonna hula hoop it on you? It's not that threatening. You just move on. It's no big deal. Next time we got the Chukanu. I'm actually not sure how to make use of that, but it looks cool. What's going on here? I'm not 100% sure, but he's got a nice weapon, a little like crossbow that shoots multiple arrows, which is pretty sick. Got some nice cloth as well. I don't know. He looks pretty sick. I'll probably throw him in somewhere in the B tier actually. Yeah, probably. I mean, is he better than an elephant that walks and shoots by itself? Probably not. Let's put him right there. Condottiere looks freaking sick. I don't know what's going on here, but the Condottiere looks hella dripped out. I mean, he's got the armor on top. He's got the big ass sword, the shield. Kind of just, yeah, kind of just looking solid all around. I'll throw him in the A tier. He's pretty overall sick. Okay, the Conquistador. I don't like the hat. I feel like we should lose the hat. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. It looks like it's made of pure metal, by the way. That must be hella heavy. I don't know. The closest thing I wore to a hat is a headset. So I'm not sure how hats made of metal would look like, or feel. But I'm not digging the metal hat, my man. And, well, holding the musket with one hand is pretty cool. But I don't think the musket is a cool weapon. Especially in this era. Like, people are rocking bows, spears. And you're just coming in with a musket? Like, you're basically cheating. I don't know. We don't really like Conquistador much. I guess he's okay, but no, I'd probably throw him in the bottom of... Yeah, I might have put him in C tier. I'm not a huge fan of him. Even behind the caravel. He's got a horse, but that doesn't make up for it. Alright, the Custodia. This is a sick unit. This is one of the coolest looking units in the entire game. And he's hella dripped out. He's got his spear, but it's not a spear. It's like a sword on each side, or like, I don't know. What do you call that? There's definitely a name for it. Comment down below. Let me know. But it's a weapon that has, like, that it can damage you on both sides. He's just flailing that around, which is sick. Covered in mail, one hand on the weapon, one hand on the horse. That's so sick. That's definitely S tier. It looks hella cool in the game as well. So that's definitely dripped out. Again, I don't know why I'm using this word so much. It's just I feel like I have to. Okay, the flaming camel. Why does it look like it has the fuse in its mouth? Like it looks like if it lets go of the fuse, then it explodes. Maybe that's how it works actually, but I don't know. It's got a bunch of like hay looking things and some explosives, I guess, strapped to its back. I'm not a huge fan of the look. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a huge fan of Flaming Camel look-wise. I mean, they're a fun unit for sure. But I don't know. It's just... I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. Again, it is a camel by itself that will explode. That will explode if it runs up on you. And there's something pretty sick about that. But we'll put him there. I don't know. It's not looking good. Like, if this was... I don't know. If this was a costume, I just wouldn't think it looks too impressive. But it's obviously the real deal. Next up, we got the Flemish Militia. Not that cool of a weapon. It's kind of just like a lame-ass spear. He's got a mail. Stance is whatever. I don't know. It looks like he's in a long dress in game, which is a bit weird. I'll probably throw him somewhere in the B tier. Probably behind the Chikanu, though. I'm not a huge fan of him. Next up, we got the Gibetto. Okay. I can see it. The weapon is cool. It's like she's flailing like swords, basically. What does the Gibetto shoot again? Are they just throwing swords? That's hella cool. I like the coloring. It's yellow, a little white hat as well. I think this looks pretty cool. It's not the coolest unit ever, but it's not bad. It's definitely solid. I'll probably throw it right above here in the B tier. Next up, we got the Genitor. This guy's rocking a savage beard out here. Look at the beard. Hat, again, not 100% feeling the hat, but it's not bad. I don't know. Maybe just not a hat guy. I like this style of the Camel Archer way more than a hat. And the helmet's pretty sick too. But the hats, I don't know. Hats, I'm not really feeling it. The party hat, the metal hat. I'm not feeling the hats, guys. Like look at look at this guy. Oh my god, this guy looks like. Okay, this guy looks like his mom dressed him up to go to war, and he's not really feeling it with that hat on. Anyways, we're still in the Genitor. The sword shield is pretty sick though, and you are throwing javelins. That's pretty sick. You're on a horse too. I'll probably put him above, right here in the B tier. Maybe, yeah, we'll put him above. I'm not feeling the dart still. Put him above there around by. I feel really out of my element doing this, by the way, because I'm just ranking like units based on their looks, which is this has nothing to do with me being a pro AoE2 player, but I hope this is what the people want. That's all. That's all I'm counting on here. All right, let's take a look at this guy, the Genovese crossbow. Look, he doesn't look like he wants to be there. He's got the hat there, kind of slouched down. He's got a frown on his face. The shield he's not even holding. His mom put it there just for the picture, and then he's holding the crossbow like he's never held one in his life. This guy is not looking good at all. He's the opposite of dripped out, but I'm still putting it ahead of the chakram. Again, I'm just not feeling what this guy's rocking with the discs. At least this guy's got a real weapon in his hands. All right, let's take a look at the Ghulam. I like this look. Okay, listen, he's got a hat, but the hat looks like it's got some gold on top. It looks somewhat solid. He's got the chainmail, the pretty sick shield, and he's got a spear, and he runs fast. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Running fast definitely gives you some drip, 100%. People would probably disagree with me on that, but I don't know. He's looking okay. He's looking okay. I'll definitely put him. Is he better than a sword throwing Gebetto? Yeah, I think. I mean, he looks cooler with the chainmail. I'm just a sucker for chainmail. I'll put him up here. I think that's fine. All right, next up we got the Hoofnits. This is not dripped out at all. I don't know. I'm biased against gunpowder though, because I'm not a huge fan of gunpowder. But I mean, he does have a cannon. He's kind of crouched down behind it as well with the wheels. I don't know. I just feel like this guy's the Hoofnits is the kind of guy that all he talk about is the fact that he's got a cannon. You know what I mean? Because the person's nothing. It's just the cannon that's interesting. So he'd always talk about the cannon to seem interesting. And I feel like I'd get bored of that guy real fast. Like, cool, you got a cannon, bro. Oh shit, you got it in Castle Age. That's fantastic. Chemistry Castle sounds good, man. Listen, no one cares. I'm not picking Bohemians anyways. That's kind of how I feel like our conversations would go. Nonetheless, cool cannon. I'll put you above the Conk. Next up, we got the Husk Girl. Actually, he's got abs above his chest plate. That is badass. That's sick. He's got a similar look to the Condottiero. Condottiero definitely looks cooler up top, but for the abs, we'll definitely throw him pretty high up there in the A tier still. Yeah, he's looking cool, but the Condo looks slightly cooler up top. Again, it's the abs that I'm kind of impressed by. The freaking Hussite wagon. I don't know what's going on. I feel like they might roll down the window and they're selling hot dogs. It's a food truck. It's a hot dog stand. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not buying that this is like exclusively a military vehicle when I see it, right? At first glance, doesn't look interesting, but it is pretty cool if you get some people inside of it. You know, you got it's kind of cozy in there. You got some coverage from other arrows or whatever, guns or whatever people are using at that time. I don't know. The function's cool, but its look is not cool, and it looks terrible in game IMO. Just got buffed, but that has nothing to do with the situation. But this unit's actually really good now, by the way. But anyways, it's yeah, it looks like a food truck more than anything else, and I don't know. I'm not feeling the drip scale for this one. It's still better than this guy. This guy does not want to be here, and this guy is looking for the club more than anything with those round things. I don't know. I've never been to a club or a disco or anything like that. I just imagining like if these are lighting up, that's exactly what the stereotype of like a disco is. But I have no idea what I'm talking about here. So I don't know. I'll leave this aside on the chakram thrower. Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but it doesn't look intimidating. Anyways, we'll put the Hussite wagon here for now. Next we got the Imperial Camel. Again, he's rocking a hat. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but he's got a nice looking sword, sick ass shield, and he's on a camel, which is immediately badass. I'll put them in the A tier right there, mainly for the shield. I love two swords like that. I think it looks sick. Next up, we got the Imperial Skirmisher. It's not bad. It's okay. I think they look cool in game. The shield is nice, I guess. It looks okay. I'll put him at the top of C tier. Imperial Skirm. Let's drop this guy. He looks like he's kind of slouching. Let's drop him down to the C tier right here. Yeah, behind the ship as well. I don't like the posture, man. He's a little slouching. It's like, oh, just get the tech already so I can move out. Like, okay, no one cares, bro. We're gonna nerf the tech anyways. I want a tournament with him though, so maybe I should bump him, but I'm good. Oh, the Jaguar Warrior is swagged out, bro. This guy is looking sick. That's gonna go straight somewhere up here in the S tier. I'm gonna probably put it above the Berserk. I think he's rocking a gangster ass look with the Jaguar hat. Oh, that's freaking sick. And he's also like with a nice looking shield. He's rocking a club. This guy looks like he'll fight in a proper war and on the streets in the same way. Like this, if it's an after school fight, or if it's a war and he's showing up in the same ass dress. That's pretty sick. I like I never really noticed that he's got like a little dead Jaguar on him. Also, that's definitely a real dead Jaguar because back in the day, probably didn't have fake stuff. I don't know. I'm just making that up. I assume didn't have fake stuff like that. So that's definitely a real Jaguar, which is super, super drip. So yeah, that's definitely an S tier. Might even be better than the Camel Archer, but Camel Archer is looking swagged out with the little grip on the bow there. By the way, after this video, I'm never using the word swag or drip in my life, fella. I'm literally doing it for this video, and that's it. So just enjoy it for now while it lasts. Next, we got the Janissary. Again, not a huge fan of guns. They never seemed cool to me. Wish you can go back to bow and arrow war. I might actually sign up for the military if we did, but guns are not interesting for me. He's also not looking that cool. He's looking like an average Joe. He just has a big gun in an era where guns weren't really like doing much. Like, it wasn't really popular, so guns just carried him. I don't know. Looks like an average Joe. Not that interesting. I guess he's got a nice dress thingy on. But yeah, nice little long shirt. I don't know. I'm not really too interested in the Janissary. I put him right there. Next up, we got the Kamyuk. I mean, the vest is a bit strange. The weapon's cool though. Weapon's hella cool. In game, they're looking nice, and the hat is pretty sick. I'll probably put this guy bottom of A. I think feels good. You can tell he didn't know what to do with this handle. That's for sure. And in game, they're looking pretty sick. So we'll give the Kamyuks extra points for how they look in game. Karambit Warrior, absolutely sick ass weapon. Look at that sword in both hands. He's got his hair in a bun. He's got a man bun. I think that's pretty sick. Like on the right person, a man bun could look cool, especially if it's a certain type of person though. It has to be someone who's athletic and muscular. It has to be, and usually those are the people with the man bun. Okay, I'm gonna put Karambit pretty high up, but actually right above the Kamyuk, I think it's fine. I still think these guys with the armor look cooler, but the double sword is sick, man. Keep rocking that. Also, he's like half pop. So what is he? 4 foot? It's pretty chill. 4 foot. I mean, actually, you probably lose points for being short though. I don't know, I'm just assuming he's short because he's half pop. Okay. Anyways, yeah, he's short. It's 4 foot. It's just move out of the way. Okay. Just move out of the way. Yeah, you got 2 swords. All right, sure. I got those at the dollar store. Move out of the way. I'm gonna continue walking. Anyways, that's probably very offensive to short people, but whatever. Let's just move on. I'm talking about the video game, guys. I promise. All right. Next up, short kings out there. Don't hate. Okay, you guys are kings too. Keshik is next. This guy looks like he's super materialistic. When he fights, he's just taking the money, like he's just robbing you mid-fight. How else does he get the gold? But he's pretty sick. Like he's using the gold, obviously, to spice up the armor. Really cool coloring. Pretty sick helmet too. The weapon is like a spear, but he uses it in a cool way. He's like spearing down on the horse, which is actually pretty sick. So he's like charging in with the spear. I think that's a cool look. Yeah, Kesher looks hella sick in game too. I'm gonna put him pretty high up there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Okay, next up we got the Kipchaks. He's firing 3 arrows a shot, which is pretty sick. He's on a horse, which definitely gives points. The bow is shaped a bit weird. Kipchuks, I mean, they're pretty sick. I think he's got long hair and like a long ponytail. It's kind of how I'm imagining it right now. Kipchuk, I mean, it's either really cool or really lame, but I think I'm going for the really cool setup. I'll put him right here behind the Karambits. Actually, no, I'll put him top of B tier. The Janitor still looks cooler though, actually. Yeah, Janitor looks cooler. We'll put him right there. Next up, we got the Conk. Okay, this guy seems like he's the tryhard. Because, like, everyone's like, okay, I'll just bring a sword. And he's going to bring a freaking ball and chain. A spiked ball and chain. I mean, that's pretty sick. Gotta respect it. I don't know. There's probably a word for that. But I'm just thinking of the ball and chain from Zelda Twilight Princess. And that's pretty sick weapon. He's using a kind of mini version of that. I think it's a cool weapon, though. I'm not going to lie. Helmet. Kind of covering his eyes. Shield's okay. I mean, the weapon's kind of carrying him a little bit. I'll put him above the Arambai. I don't know. This is way cooler than the dart, anyways. Yeah, let's just throw him down. I think the Boyer looks cooler than the Arambai. All right, next up we got the Lightus. Again, not a fan of the pointy helmet, pointy hat. It doesn't look that cool. I mean, some of the pointy ones are nice, I guess, but this one, it just doesn't look good. Shield, not that interesting. It looks like a wooden shield. This guy can just catch on fire real quick. Probably wouldn't be that effective in a battlefield. It looks really cool in game though. I feel like the Lightus looks really cool in game. Yeah, I'll put it top B tier. Probably above the Janitor as well. It looks pretty sick. Next up we got the Lumba. Okay, this is gonna be S tier. I know I said the Caravel didn't look good because it looks like a generic ship, but the Viking longboat is absolutely sick. I'm gonna put it even. I mean, it's a combo. It's like burger and fries. The Vikings on the longboats, and it's perfect. Yeah, longboats are really cool. Yeah, definitely. Like, I feel like if I saw them invading me back in the day, I'd be like, oh my god, it's a sick boat. Oh shit, they're coming to kill me. Then I go alert the guards. But I'd lose like 10 seconds on just admiring the boat. Maybe that's why they were so successful in their raids. I don't know. Anyways, Britain's the longbowman. I don't know. Is he dripped out? Kind of a lame roll. He's shooting from 12 range away. It looks okay, but it looks like he's too methodological. Is that? I hope that's the word. It's like, oh, I need to be exactly here. I need 12 range, please mind your distance. He's like the guy when there was the lockdown. He's like 3 feet, please keep your mask on. 3 feet. I'm counting it. That's like what I imagine the longbow, his personality to be like. And I don't know. I feel like that can get a little tedious year round. Like, yeah, I'll maintain the 12 range, man. Relax. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. So I think this guy is a little bit yeah, a little bit bit of a Scrooge. I don't know if that's the right word either, but yeah, a bit tedious to be around. Might get exhausting, but still, I mean, shooting from 12 range is pretty impressive. Probably put him behind the Imperial Scrum right there. Sounds fine. Magyar Hussar. This used to be one of my favorite units in the game. So I'm going to rate it pretty high. I'm going to put it probably in the top of A tier, actually. All right, next we got the Mameluke. Mameluke is pretty sick. I think he's riding a camel. He's got a pretty sick sword, and he's also a sword thrower, which is definitely a drip thing to do. Again, throwing swords gets you a lot of points. I like that helmet. For some reason, that little scarf that only shows your eyes, I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool. Again, the Kondo has it. That's really sick. This guy's got it. I think that's really sick. Like, only showing your eyes is badass. So I'm going to put the Mameluke pretty high up there. They look okay in game, though. They're not great looking in game. I'll put them right there. I think that's fine. Next up, we got the Magadai. Again, he's looking pretty sick like the Camel Archer. Look how he's holding the bow with just one hand. Golden helmet with the red flag, red little like feather. It's not too bad. I like the little thingy going on here as well. They look pretty sick in game as well. So it's a lot of things in favor of the Magadai. They were really successful in their raids. Like, I think Genghis Khan is the guy with the most like descendancy or whatever. The longest line of descendants. So that's, I mean, they were definitely very successful in the raids. Is that drip? I don't know. They were good at what they did. I mean, that's interesting. I don't know. They look cool too. I'll put Genghis Khan, I mean, Magadai somewhere pretty high. I guess right here. I mean, what they did was not great, though. They were definitely pillaging a lot of towns, which is not very nice. But they were looking cool doing it, so hey. Next up, we got the missionary. He's on a donkey, but I mean, he's got a bandana and a big-ass book. I mean, it's not the style I like, but you gotta respect the commitment to ride up on a donkey. I think that's pretty nice. We'll definitely put him above. Yeah, we'll definitely put him right here, I think. That's pretty sick. People might disagree. I mean, the bandana's carrying him for sure. Yeah, bandana's carrying him hard. All right, let's put it like that. Next up, we got the Obuch. Nice little beard. The hoodie, mysterious, sick-ass weapon. Okay, pretty cool belt as well. Yeah, he's pretty dripped out. I like that. We'll put him pretty high up. I like the look, honestly, the Obuch. In game, they look pretty sick too. They're kind of like sturdy with their axe, which is obviously very solid, very scary looking, very intimidating. Put him above the Magadai right here. I still like the look of the Genitor. I don't know. Next up, we got the Organ Gun. Again, similar to to the Bombard Cannon. It's all he's gonna talk about. He's like a faceless man. Look at this guy. He's got a head. He's putting his head low. It's almost like a coward. He's hiding behind the weapon. At least this guy's looking. This guy's not even looking. Also, it's got a really small head, but I mean, it's fair enough. I don't think the organ's particularly good looking. I also don't think it looks great in game. But again, I'm not a fan of guns. I'm very biased against guns. They're not cool looking to me at all. Next up, we got the Plumed Archer. This guy's looking sick. Really sick hat. Yeah, just good style overall. And he's got the bow. Yeah, pretty sick. I'm gonna probably put him above the Kamyuk even. Actually, the Kamyuk hat is slightly more interesting. Yeah, I think like that looks nice. Next up, we got the Ratha. Okay, being on a chariot is super cool. But these things look so bad in game. Maybe I'm biased because they're so clunky to use, so immediately their drip value goes down. But I mean, he is on a chariot. He can fight with a sword and a bow. He's looking pretty cool. Being on a chariot's carrying him hard. I'll put him high up, actually. I'll put him high up. I think the chariot's sick. I'll put him top of B. Yeah, but I don't like this unit in game. Like it doesn't feel nice to me. It doesn't look nice. Next we got the Rat Archer. The shield on the top, on like the shoulder is pretty nice. The hat. I mean, the hat is like traditional. Like that's kind of nice. It's better than like the metal hat that the Conk is wearing. What the hell is that? And I guess the bow is interesting. It just looks a little generic, but the Rat Archer is pretty sick. He looks like he's got some nice armor though. Sturdy looking archer there. Probably put him bottom of B tier. Makes sense. Oh, the samurai. I love how this unit looks. I think samurai in general are super cool. He looks beefy as well, and his weapon's looking hella sick. He also fights like a gangster. Have you guys ever seen a samurai fight in game? They look freaking sick. I'm gonna put him at the bottom of S tier. Yeah, shout out Spirit of the Law. He knew what he was doing when he picked Japanese as his favorite civ. Samurai, definitely very cool. Next, we got the sergeants. The weapon does not look intimidating. The shield, I mean, it's a long shield, which is kind of nice, but I like the circular shields a bit more. I think you can shield wall with these ones, though. I'm not 100% sure. It looks kind of nice, but the weapon is just not intimidating at all, and he's not looking like nice either. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the sergeants whatsoever here. Above the Janissary, because at least he's got like the uniform for I don't know. He looks like he's got more dress. This guy looks like he just grabbed the gun. I'm sorry, but this guy looks like he's at least invested into the costume a bit more. Jaguar Warriors, sick weapons. Kind of reminds me of the Karambits a little bit. Nice little like hat. Again, traditional stuff. That's much. I like that more than the metal. Again, look at this guy's hat. Not liking that hat at all. So the Chatel is definitely looking a little bit more more fancy, more interesting, more drip, if you might. Put him at the bottom of A tier here. Next, you got the Shramshar Rider. This guy looks famished, bro. Get this guy a burger or something. He looks so skinny. He looks very. Is that a beard? I can't even tell. But the weapon does not look nice at all. No, I don't like how this guy looks whatsoever. I'm sorry. This is gonna go in the D tier. Maybe even this guy looks terrible. He's on a horse. That's the only thing saving him. Maybe I'm just not seeing the picture, but the weapon looks like a freaking RuneScape weapon. I'm sorry. Does not look interesting at all. Not a fan of anything. This guy looks like, yeah, not someone I'd be not someone I'd be like, oh damn, like that guy's looking fancy or whatever. Not dripped out at all, not swagged out whatsoever. That's a D tier for me. Slinger, not sure what's on his head. Honestly, it's a bandana, but then he went crazy and put a feather to it. Also, I think this guy's walking around with a pouch full of rocks, if you think about it, because that's the only way. So he's just holding rocks. Let me imagine this. He's holding a bag of rocks, and he's got like something to sling it with. That's not a cool look whatsoever. The shield is like the Inca shield in game. I don't know. I don't really like how the slinger looks, honestly. Definitely the worst of like the mezzo. Yeah, the mezzo stuff. Yeah, he's like the odd man out. I just can't imagine someone holding a bag of rocks to be that interesting. He's gonna go behind the donkey actually, and even behind the skirm. And he's more interesting than the Longbowman. Next we got the Tarkin. Don't like the metal hats. He's got some wool. Oh, this is kind of a cool look though. Is that some wool or something? Looks like he's wearing some like freaking animal fur there. He's got a torch, which is not that interesting. I don't know. That does look a little lame to me. But then again, let me imagine if someone came to me on a horse with a torch, would I be scared? Not really, because you're just gonna light my house on fire. Like I'll just leave. If he's gonna light my clothes on fire, I guess he's gonna burn me with a torch. That's not as like gangsters pulling up with a freaking like sword like this. I don't know. No, Tarkin's not looking good. They're also kind of, if you think about how they want to do it, they want to hit like the houses. Like they're gonna raid the civilians. That's not cool at all. Now Tarkin's not dripped out. No personality. The style is okay, and the torch is lame. Still looking better than the slinger though. The torch is better than a bag of rocks. All right, Teutonic Knight, guys. But the only thing too it's gonna hit S tier on my list. The Teutonic Knight looks absolutely badass. The helmet's sick. Again, only the eyes revealed. The cape on one side, and then the big ass sword just nonchalantly on the side here. Definitely sick. Like the outfits. Super traditional as well with like the attire. Again, super badass. I think I'm gonna put him right behind the Jaguar Warrior though. I think the Jaguar Warrior is cooler than the cape, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess the sword is cooler than a club though. Okay, let's bump him. Okay, he might even be at the top, actually. They look hella cool in game. Okay, top of S tier for the Teutonic Knights. I said it. They're dripped out. The coolest looking unit in the game, potentially. This ship, nah, not interesting whatsoever. It's too clunky. It's too big. It doesn't look good in game either. I don't really see anything interesting about it. It's gonna be in the D tier. Yeah, but I think the food truck looks somewhat cooler. I don't know. I put it like this. All right, throwing axeman, nice beard, double axe on him. You got to be hella strong to rock 2 axes. But also, like, he's fighting with one, but if he needs to throw it, because it is throwing axeman, it's kind of an impulse. Like he recognizes it's an impulse, and he's gonna throw his first axe, so he keeps the spare. That's responsibility right there. That's like playing off your weaknesses, you know. That's pretty sick. The armor is not the coolest, but I love the double axe. I think that's giving him a lot of points. The axe in general is a really cool weapon. I'm gonna put him pretty high up there. Yeah, right above the Mameluke, I think, because of the axes. Turtle ship. Okay, that's freaking sick. I love the turtle ships as well. I'm gonna put it probably even above the Lumba and maybe even above the Berserker. I think the turtle ship looks really freaking cool. The spikes on the back, it looks like a turtle. Sick ass head. Probably breathes fire somehow as well, and then shoots cannons. This is looking hella sick. Is this real, by the way? Turtle ships? Is this a real thing? That would be really cool. Comment down below if you guys know more about history than I do. Urumi Swordsman! He's rocking a whip. That's so lame. I don't like the whip whatsoever. The shield looks like it's kid size. Like it looks like he bought the kid shield to save money. That's what it looks like. I don't like the kid shield. He's wearing shorts? Viper, this your unit, man? This is not looking cool at all. This is not dripped out. He just above the shawarma rider. Again, this guy's looking famished, so this guy just above that. That's fine. Next up, we got the War Elephant here. Again, War Elephant pretty sick. It's kind of like the Ballista Elephant, but there's no one on you. The War Elephant looks more intimidating than the Ballista Elephant for sure. So I'll probably put it above, yeah, right here. I think that's pretty sick. Yeah, right here. War Elephant is pretty sick. I like that. Next, we have the War Wagon. Again, the chariot style is cool. I like that. It's wooden. I feel like the Tarkin would counter this just by putting it on fire. It looks interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessarily dripped out, but it looks interesting. I feel like it would be nice to have, but it's not something I would say like looks really cool. I don't know. I'll put it probably above the missionary. Seems fine. Next we got the Wood Raider. The weapon, again, he's kind of suffering from the same thing the Sergeant's suffering from. It's not that big, so it's kind of like a small thing. He's hitting fast with it. He looks cool with the long hair, though. It's just nice. The pants, I mean, I don't know. It looks like some clown pants. I'm not going to lie. Shield's also not that impressive. Yeah, Wood Raider's going to suffer on this one, guys. I think he's going to suffer. I'll put him bottom of B. Yeah, I'll put him bottom of B tier. Well, I might move things around, though. We'll see. Centurion, I think the Centurion looks dope. It's got the thing above the helmet, which is looking cool. He's got a little bit of a cape, sick-ass shield, sword, and horse. Again, standard. Can't go wrong with those. I think Centurion deserves an A tier spot. Also looks really cool in game. I love this unit. I think it's sick. And then the Legionary looks better than a champion. I think he's got a cape in game as well. I don't know, but the shield's nice. Helmet's okay. It's pretty solid. I think it's like above average. I'll probably put the Legionary above the above the Boyar. I think that's a solid spot for the Legionary. And we'll just I think we'll buff the Ratha and the Leitus here, and we'll just buff the Magyar Hussar to A tier and to S tier. And I think I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Yeah, just to have no two rows in the same category. Pretty happy with how this looks. Again, I'm not even sure if I got the idea of what a dripped out unit is, but this is my unique unit tier list about how drip unique units are. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and comment about what the next tier list should be, because apparently we're taking suggestions now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Also, wait, last thing. If you made it this far, you're a fan. And if you're a fan, you might want more content. Definitely check out my Patreon if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. It's also a way to support me further. And if you give suggestions on Patreon, I'm more likely to actually make them happen. That's it. Take care, guys, and see you later. Peace.